All right, we've been posting a lot of 1-minute shorts and less, and some of you have asked for a more extensive update. So here's a little bit of a look at where we are at so far here at Twisted Trails. We have the scientific method. Pretty much everybody's in place here. Same backdrop as last year. We have Buzz from Distortions replacing Electrocuted Prisoner. But for the most part, nothing is really that different here. We have the 12-foot mad scientist who was behind the wall last year. He's not in place yet. Here we have the asylum, and this hospital bed is going to be kind of turned and shifted over this way. We're making room for our pneumatic props, which are the Beastcraft Asylum Rocker, and we have the Lowe's, the Thrashing Girl from last year. So a couple of new things here. Brought the Boogeyman here since we dissolved the doll scene, and he kind of, in my opinion, fit there pretty good. We have our entrance, which is not decorated yet. So when you walk in, you'll see the hearse with the Unit 70 Ghost Rider and the Doulahan horse, but he's really meant for on the way out. So you kind of get to see him twice, which is pretty cool. This is the witch area. It is really a hot mess, so please don't judge. I know a lot of you like to say how cluttered things are around here and messy, and it's going to be that way for a few more weeks until things are really cleaned up. It is starting to get dark, so hopefully we'll get through this before it does. The mummy scene is definitely probably about 90% done. I mean, short of just putting some lighting and wiring everything up and testing everything out, everything's in place, which is great. Our dinos, he's got to go over by the witch area. Demons was started today. Got him up there, and we have one panel on. We still need to put our panels covering the rest of the facade here. There's Baphomet. His head is somewhere around here. Not sure if I'm going to put Hellspawn here or back over on that side like he was last year. That scene is far from ready. All right, moving on. Here we have our zombie horde, and you're going to be kind of again immersed in zombies all around you. Did a video on this last week. I don't think anything has changed over here since then. So Carnival Barker's on the left. Thinking about putting Ringmaster, if I could find him, from Spirit on the right. We have the Costco clown kind of towering in the background. We have it gated off because nobody's supposed to walk through that way. They're supposed to go through the tent. We do have a fog cannon, which is pretty cool. You'll pull that, boom, shoot some fog rings. So if there's an actor here, they'll be able to see guests coming through the zombie maze and kind of like crouch down here and give them a little pop-up scare sometimes, or shoot them with a fog ring other times. So that'll be pretty fun. This is what I like to call the food area. So we have our ice cream, our popcorn, lollipops. Figured this would be a cool place for Harriet, just kind of hanging out here. I have her zip tied to my kid's zip line, and she's just going to be rocking. I'm not going to put her on. I mean, any kind of wind or people brushing against her, she'll just do some kind of natural rocking. So I don't think she's really needed to be plugged in. This is the new Home Depot clown with the hammer. So this is like the Wacky section. He's holding a hammer, they're holding hammers, Wacky's holding a hammer. Here I just kind of put a bunch of like little clowns because I could fit them, and you know, really not trying to draw much attention in this area until you get over here to Bobby Strings. He's not staying, he's gonna move in the back. He was just built earlier today. Thanks, John, for helping me build some clowns today. We have Cackles, the puppeteer, or the puppet master for Bobby Strings. We have garbage bags all over the place. New Lowe's clown kind of dangling his feet up in the background. For George, Heckle's crying over in the corner. Crouchy, love Crouchy. Kind of see him from the distance. He's so massive. Punchy. I put these carousel horses in a line to kind of guide you out and around to make like a little bit of a natural barrier. It didn't work out the way I had them last year, so this is the new idea. Here we kind of have our animals, our lions, our bear, our gorilla, monkey, whatever he is. I do plan to get the sword swallower from Morris and the pole balancing clown, so we'll be adding a few more clowns to this area for sure. Entering the sewer, trying to do like a little transition with the exterminator, as well as Nozzles and Teary. Figure they're kind of like weird clowns that don't really fit in with the rest, but kind of makes sense that they might be hanging out by the sewer. We have our sewer facade up already, and the sewer is a hot mess. So this is where I've been kind of just throwing stuff to keep it dry if it rains. But we have Nightcrawler, he's in place, he's ready to go. Originally I had 2 boxes in here. I was going to put a rat on each one. I have the Distortions one and the one with 2 heads from Spirit, but they actually both fit pretty good on one box. So for now, this box is just holding tools and supplies, and it's gonna get out of here in a little bit. Probably gonna have room to bring Ferry of the Dead back in here. Originally I put him at the pirate scene, but he was kind of at the tail end, so I'm thinking it might just make sense to bring him back. None of these are in place. Bog Zombies gonna go up in the front when I get this cleaned out. Probably keep Master Splinter or Mangy Rat pretty close to his buddies over here, the smaller ones. We do have a barrel with the skeleton that kind of just pukes the highlighted markers back into it. Gonna get that set up as well. We'll have our parrot here, just keeping him inside so he stays nice. We have our treasure chest out, added some like little accent pieces. Got this dead seagull from Spirit. Put my little pirate plaques on the barrels. We have 12-foot pirate Skelly ready to go. The servo one. Archway, we're gonna have a sign across there with, you know, black light respondent letters. Davy Jones locker. I already made the letters, I just need to attach them. We have our little buddy from Home Depot. First mate, Captain Cuts, the whole crew. Got another chest here. Might have a pirate sitting on there. I did have the fisherman behind the captain, but he really wasn't noticeable at all, so I had to just kind of pull him out, put him off to the side. Still playing around with that idea. Kraken, we go through our archways, our structures. We have a little parrot kind of peeking out at you. You know, just pirate looking guys all over the place. We have our pirate ship from Home Depot. This behind him is the old Home Depot pirate, but he's covered up right now. We have our witches here. I do have my screen behind them. We're gonna do some projections. We're gonna have a pirate projection in the back. So here's Ferry, and again, thinking he'll probably wind up going back into the sewer, but if not, that's about where he's going to stay. Cornstalkers, made this a lot tighter this year. So last year the corridors were 8 foot wide. This year they're a little over 3, close to 4, but it gets really tight. So imagine some actors in here kind of scaring our guests. I still need to tack up some of the camo netting. Not gonna have a lot of props in here, just a few. Keep people guessing, is it gonna move? Is it real? Is it static? He's busted, so he's just staying in here as a static. He still looks really cool. And it's kind of cool, like suddenly around the corners, things just kind of pop up at you. A lot more turns, a lot more twists. Definitely a better design than last year's maze, for sure. can't wait till that's finished. Here you come out, you'll be surrounded by 12 footers. I have the back row finished. I still have to think about who's going where. I did put drop down scarecrow into place, but most of these guys really just have been sitting, waiting to find a home. We come through this way, and this is important because you can come straight out of the pirate scene right to here, or you could make a left and go into the maze. So this year I'm calling Twisted Trails subtitle Split Decision, and here's where your split decision will be. Do you want to go and get scared in the maze and maybe encounter some actors, or do you just want to see the scene and bypass that? Last year we gave guests bracelets and we're like, oh, just, you know, wear this glow bracelet and they won't scare you. But then the actors were like, we don't know who to scare, who not to scare. What if there were 5 people in a party, but one person was wearing a bracelet? So now you can split up from your party, meet them back here at the same exit. Some people want to go in the maze, some people want to bypass. They could watch the scene while everybody else goes through the maze and then meet back up. So we come around the backside here. I'll probably have a couple of bigger clowns on the outside. I have clowning around ready to go. He'll probably be hanging out here. You'll be greeted by the jester, another transition between the clown tent and the castle area, since he's a clown, but he's also a jester, which fits the medieval theme. So she's unit 70. I don't know if I've shown her off before, but it's a little dark, a little hard to see, but she was a pretty awesome piece. We have our Skelly. He's still up from last year. Never took him down. Little transition here as well, because on the backside you have the zombies, and he's kind of like a zombie, but more within like the castle theme. Trying to do a lot of blending of the scenes this year. Our wizards with dragons hanging out on this side. Our king and queen and knight. The dragons are still going back up there again. Didn't set them up yet. We have a brand new piece right here, stockade. If you want to put your head and arms in, this opens up. And then if you're, you know, somebody in your party wants to go around the backside and take a picture, then you'll have the whole castle in the picture with you. Same here. If you're smaller kids, maybe you want to go in here and put your head in and take a nice picture. So we come through the skull arch, we exit to the butchers, and their scene is getting sorted. Still a bit of a mess. I have a backdrop that's half up, just kind of rustic, barn-like. Transitions into vampires, and I've already shown a video of this scene. We have Predator in the background. It's getting a little too dark to really finish up this video. Cemetery does not have a lot done, but the 12 footers are in place. So we have the 12-foot Home Depot Reaper from this year, the Ghost from last year, and the OG Skelly. We also have some groundbreakers, Rattles from last year, and the at-home one from this year on the other side. I just have a lot of props here that needs to still be sorted and find a home. Once we leave the cemetery, it actually feels a little wide open here right now. For me, there's a lot of empty space, but I'm sure we'll find something to put there. We have our Midnight Studios wolf. We have our Unit 7, Distortions, Scarewolf Static. And then of course, Home Depot. Party City. Spiders, we have Webby, Wanda Webberth. She's covered. And then of course, the Home Depot spider. He's holding a distortions piece that I just got, and it's like basically a body tangled up in a web. It looks better than the cocoon corpse that I had there in years past. We have our final scene before the exit, which is a combination of haunted dolls, but I call it Apparition Expedition. It's really supposed to be like a ghost scene, but it's a mishmash of just a bunch of props. We got the 15-foot Phantom, and of course I have to get up there and put his hat back on. Don't know how I'm doing that yet, but we'll play around with that tomorrow. Emmeline. Most of the props here are covered, but I've done a video. You can go check it out and see who's up on stage over there. We did start putting Howling Spirit in place. Wraith will be in front of him. And then of course, you get another view of the hearse on the way out. This becomes my exit. This fence panel comes out. I put that archway from Lowe's last year, Halloween Manor, with my glow-in-the-dark letters of You Survived Twisted Trails. And then on the way out, you can see all the movie monsters. We have our little section dedicated to Haunted Mansion, which is cool because it kind of flows out from Apparition Expedition. And then you get into like your Tim Burton area with Nightmare Before Christmas. Corpse Bride will be there. Got the new Zero, the new Jack and Sally. Oogie's over there, he's covered up. We got Krampus, Jack Frost. I got Scrooge as well. So this will be like a whole Christmas themed area right there. And of course the tree that I've put up in years past will be up as well. I really would love to get from Lowe's the Abominable Snowman and put him behind the tree like he's putting the star on top, but we'll see A, when he's released, and B, if I even have enough room for something that big. Bumble, that's his name. So we got our Monstars sign, that'll light up. I tested it, it's working from last year. Headless Horseman coming through. Lily with Beetlejuice. Demogorgon coming through the trees, through the gremlins right on front so that they're so small but they'll still get noticed. We have Georgie, Penny. My creepy collection, Jason, kind of hanging out in the trees. There's the new Ghostface from Spirit. There's Freddy. My Mike Myers is still in 2 pieces. I need to get a piece welded, but he'll be out soon, hopefully. That's Reagan, she's covered. Dobby. We do have 2 Leatherfaces now. I did put one in with the Butchers. So we have one with the Monstars and one with the Butchers. We have the new Chucky and his girl, Tiff. Yoda, I don't think I'm gonna do the hat. I'm gonna try to peel those Velcros off the top of his head. He'll look better that way, I think. Nevermore Academy Arch with Poe and Wednesday. And of course, a Raven. And then last but not least, we round the corner. We'll have the Crypt Keeper. Mars Attacks. Sam. Twisty. Shorty. And who's that? Oh, Creepshow. So that's it. That's where we're at. I mean, I know it looks like a mess, but I can promise you many days and hours have gone into getting to this stage. Many more are gonna go between now and the beginning of October to get this finished. All right, let me know if you have any thoughts, any ideas, anything I should change, anything I should add, because there's still time to do it. Give me a good suggestion, I'll give you a shout out, we'll make that change. And if you hated it, it's fine. Let me know that too. But hopefully you loved it, and more to come.